right now on H-Town High School Sports. The goal is to get to state. We'll have the regional Final Four highlights from the UIL soccer playoffs. Our team of the week makes a return trip to the regional tournament. We'll have a special report. While a remarkable comeback win by the Seven Lakes Spartans keeps them alive in the postseason.
Who better to take a ball in that moment where season's on the line?
We'll have the story. Also, our coach of the week leads his Wildcats to its first regional tournament. In baseball, it took 11 innings to decide this SPC showdown. We'll have the highlights. While in softball, it's one homer after another for these Heights Lady Bulldogs. It's a hard-hitting night ahead. H-Town High School Sports starts now. Hello, everyone, and welcome to H-Town High School Sports, powered by Vype. I'm Todd Freed. And then there were four, as in the regional Final Four of the UIL soccer playoffs, where a number of Greater Houston teams look to move one giant step closer to a state championship. That's the Seven Lakes Spartans taking on the Dobie Longhorns in the 6A Region 3 final. Midway through the first half, Aiden Morrison on the corner kick to Daniel Ejerwenwa, the header and the goal. 1-0 Seven Lakes at the break. Second half now. Here's Aiden Morrison on the penalty shot. It's saved, but he follows it in and he scores. It's 2-0 Spartans. 58th minute of the match. Forte coach on the run, gets past the defense. His shot is in there, and it's 3-0 Seven Lakes. 61st minute, more Spartans. Noah Stasic on the penalty kick. He chips it in there. That made it 4-0. Seven Lakes goes on to win it 6-0 the final. They are now 26-1-1 on the season. They defend their Region 3 championship. Quite a celebration. Seven Lakes heading back to the 6A State Final Four. Ridge Point taking on Stratford, a rematch of last year's 6A Region 3 final. First half for Ridge Point. Kylie Harris with the blast, glances off the crossbar, and the goal. It's 1-0 Ridge Point at the break. In the second half, more Ridge Point. Dale Tennyson, left-footed strike, bends it in there, and it's 2-0 Ridge Point. Then Tennyson centers it to Hannah Workin, the header, and the goal. 3-0 the final. Ridge Point is back-to-back 6A Region 3 champions. They're 23-0-5 on the season and return to the 6A State Tournament. In the Class 5A soccer playoffs, the Wisdom Generals advanced to the regional tournament with an undefeated 25-0 record. Wisdom is a perennial powerhouse with a remarkable international flavor across the lineup. More now as we recognize the Wisdom Generals as our Stellar Bank Team of the Week. As the Wisdom Generals geared up for the regional Final Four this week, they were even honored with an on-campus pep rally. And why not? The passion for soccer certainly runs deep here at Wisdom High.
It's a big passion. Like, everybody loves soccer, everybody plays it, and everyone just looks up to us.
We Wisdom for real, we the best out there.
To get to the regional tournament, the Generals shut out Santa Fe by a 1-0 final in the regional quarterfinals. Senior Luis Cacho knocked in the only goal of the game as the Generals remained undefeated while boasting a lofty 24-0 record on the season.
The commitment they put on this year, the effort, just the heart has really shown so much about what they really want to achieve this year. So I'm really proud of everything they've done for the team, the sacrifices they've done throughout the whole the season, not just on the games, but practices and in the classroom as well.
From the beginning, Coach said that we have two two things: commitment and consistency. And this whole team has been committing consistency. And nobody has missed a practice, so everybody's just been on their 100%. And we never give up.
That never give up mentality has been a staple for this perennial powerhouse soccer program under the direction of longtime head coach Fidel Andrade,
Let's just focus on what we got to do. Nothing's perfect.
who's guided the team to the state Final Four on 2 occasions, multiple berths to the regional finals, and a long list of district titles as well.
I think the one thing that's really kept us strong every single year, and I encourage every coach to do this, is keep your team young. You know, it's kind of hard for me to see a team of nothing but seniors and juniors. I always have my 3-4 freshmen in varsity. I always have my 4-5 sophomores in varsity. And sometimes those are my best players. So keep your team young and you will always be great every year.
General's lineup is a virtual United Nations of high school soccer. The Wisdom student body itself is made up primarily of immigrants, with over 40 languages spoken here. The soccer team is represented by about a dozen nationalities, an ethnic diversity that Coach Andrade says works to the Generals' benefit.
It's unique, and I'm honestly going to tell you, even if you look at professional level teams, right, national teams, right, the mixture of race and identity and culture is what makes them successful. We have kids from Africa, from Central America, from South America. We even have some kids from the Middle East, right? And every single one of these kids brings a little flavor to the style of our game. My African kids put the speed, the strength, they fight 50-50 balls, and my Hispanic kids put the control, the touch, the finishing things. It complements. It makes beautiful soccer. It's what makes us strong.
A strong and talented team, and quite international at that. And we are here on campus at Wisdom. The rains have brought us indoors. And guys, congratulations on advancing to the regional Final Four and your undefeated season. On behalf of H-Town High School Sports and our sponsor, Stellar Bank, we present you this plaque as the Stellar Bank Team of the Week. Coming up next, it's big wins for these Knights in baseball and a barrage of homers for these Bulldogs in softball, plus a no-hitter. In soccer, we'll flash back to an incredible comeback win for these Seven Lakes Spartans. And it's off to Cy Woods to meet our Coach of the Week. Let's switch gears to baseball right now, where the Friendswood Mustangs entered the week ranked number 1 in the state in Class 5A. The Mustangs owned a 17-2-2 record entering its district matchup against the Manville Mavericks. Out to Manville High School we go on a windy night at the ballpark. Top of the first, Friendswood, Colin Goolsby, base hit to left field. Kyle Lockhart will score. Here comes Boots Landry, and it's 3-0 after 1 Mustangs. In the second, Friendswood again. Peyton Adams reps it down the line and right. Drew Smith comes in, so does Blake Encarnacion, and it's 5-0 Friendswood on top. Then, next inning, Drew Smith at bat, and base hit to right field. Colin Goolsby comes in, and the Mustangs were rolling. Meantime, Mustangs pitcher Easton Toomas was cruising. He gets a strikeout right there. In the fourth now, more Friendswood. Boots Landry, hot shot through the right side. Peyton Adams scores, and it's 7-0 as he dives in there. Now, bases loaded for Dane Perry, and Dane crushes it way back to left, and that one is gone. A grand slam home run. Friendswood pounds out 16 hits. They win 13-1. They're 14-2 on the season and 5-0 in district. A marathon baseball game this week had the Episcopal Knights hosting Houston Christian in a key SBC matchup, a matchup that wasn't decided until 11 innings and nearly 4 hours after the first pitch. I should know, I was there. And this, our Fred Haas Auto Group Game of the Week. at Episcopal High School. Bottom of the first, courtesy of the GoPro camera. Adam Katz for the Knights. A blast way back to right center field. It's gone. A solo home run, and it's 1-0 Knights. Bottom of the third, Aiden Eshelman. Base hit to center field. Ethan Bozeman heads for home. Ethan will dive in, and he is safe. 2-0 Knights. After Houston Christian had tied the game, top 7, John Henning for the Mustangs. Hot grounder, Eddie Tamez. Nice stop, but Thomas Frank will score. It's 4-3 Houston Christian. Bottom 7, last chance for the Knights. Logan Almeida gets hit by a pitch. Miles Young will score. We go to extra innings, tied at 4. Top of the 8th, Houston Christian. Brandon Shell at bat. Base hit. Seth Perkins will score, and it was 6-4, Mustangs on top. Last chance again for Episcopal, down 2, but Almeida tags it to left field. Katz and Matthew McGreevy will score, and we're tied at 6. Bottom 9 now, Houston Christian back up 7-6. Episcopal, Ty Blevins tags it deep to center field. The diving try is not made. Thomas will score, and we're tied at 7. Now, the winning run on third base, but Mustangs pitcher John Henning gets the strikeout to send it to the 10th inning. Now, same score, bottom 11, courtesy of the GoPro camera. Eddie Tamez with a rocket, and that one is gone deep into the night. And the game-winning home run in 11 innings. Houston Christian pulls it out. 8-7 the final in a wild one. Check out the celebration. Your Fred Haas Auto Group Game of the Week. In softball, it's been the best season ever for the Heights Bulldogs. Heights owned a 20-2 record and a number 5 state ranking in 6A, heading into a big district matchup against the Bel Air Cardinals. All set for the district showdown at Delmar Field. Top of the first, Heights pitcher Haley Hyman with the strikeout. Hyman was dominant. Here she is again with another K. She had 11 strikeouts. Bottom 1 for Heights. Helen Maddox, first batter, tags it, and that one is out in a hurry. Solo home run, 1-0 Heights. In the third now, Heights has a runner on base. Kennedy Hill rips it to left. That one is gone. 2-run blast, 3-0. Meantime, Haley Hyman was cruising. The strikeout in the fourth. She threw a no-hitter. Bottom 4, 1 on, and Cindy Palomo with a blast to left center, and that one is gone. That makes it 4-0 Lady Bulldogs. In the fifth, Cindy Palomo up again, and she does it again. This one is out in a hurry. Heights wins 7-0. They go to 18-2 on the season, and the pitcher, Hyman, throws a no-hitter. Last week here on the show, we highlighted a truly amazing comeback win for Seven Lakes over Cinco Ranch in the regional quarterfinals of the boys soccer playoffs. This week, we made our way over to Seven Lakes for more on the remarkable, and I do mean remarkable, come from behind victory. When Cinco Ranch's Victor Moreno knocked in the second half goal to give his Cougars a 2-0 lead with only 6:45 to go in the match, it seemed as though Seven Lakes' undefeated season would come to an end in the regional quarterfinals. Even more so when the score remained the same with under 2 minutes remaining, although the Spartans weren't giving up hope.
So as a coach, you always hope that your team can push through in moments of doubt. And the biggest thing I got from the guys was not one time did they put their head down thinking it was over. They kept pushing and grinding, and eventually the result was what you saw.
What we saw was Seven Lakes cut the lead to 2-1 on the goal by Corte Coach with only 1:25 to play.
I just wanted to fight as hard as I could for the seniors on my team, for me, for my teammates, so that our season wouldn't be over. And I saw an opportunity, and I just stuck my head on the end of a ball, and I finished it.
The finish had the Spartans frantically trying to get a game-tying attempt as the final seconds ticked down. As fate would have it, a penalty in the box against Cinco Ranch with only 2 seconds remaining would give the Spartans a chance to tie it all up.
We contest the initial ball, keeper gets a hand on it, it spills out, and Alexi's there to get the second ball, and then gets kicked in the head for his effort. So just pure craziness, a bit chaos, but for the first time, chaos went in our favor.
And so, the task at sending the game into overtime would rest upon senior Aiden Morrison.
He just is a guy that thrives under pressure, and who better to take a ball in that moment where season's on the line and senior's career is in jeopardy versus Aiden Morrison. And as cool as can be, just put it away.
It was a huge amount of pressure. I knew everyone was counting on me. I knew it was a big moment for me to step up. Yeah, I did. I slotted it home, so it was good.
Through 2 overtime periods, the game remained tied, as it did through 4 rounds of the shootout. But after Seven Lakes took the advantage on the go by Noah Stasek, and then Cinco Ranch having to convert, Spartans goalkeeper Ben Ivilas made the diving one-handed save to secure the remarkable come-from-behind win.
First of all, I was thinking about it, like we watched film of it, so I knew he was going to that side, so I just had the feeling that I was gonna save it, so I just dive for it and I save it. That's all.
Just super proud of my guys for being able to stay to the cause, not panic, not freak out, going down 2 goals late in a game, and just trying to find a will to get through it.
This week's Whataburger What a Player is a duo of Pearland Oilers. Pitcher Nico Partita struck out 7 while allowing just 3 hits in a big district showdown versus Alvin, while Oilers senior and U of H signee Anthony Avalos tripled in the tying run and then scored the go-ahead run in a thrilling 2-1 victory for the state's number 9 ranked Oilers. This week's What a Player, presented by Whataburger. Better hustle, Whataburger fans. The Buffalo Ranch chicken strip sandwich is back for a limited time. Welcome back to H-Town High School Sports. I'm Todd Freed. In the Class 6A Region 2 soccer playoffs, the Cy Woods Wildcats advanced to the regional tournament for the first time in school history. And in the wake of the greatest season ever for the Cy Woods boys soccer program, we recognize Wildcats head coach Joseph Carmichael as our ARS Coach of the Week. Coach, first playoff win since 2010. How special has this season been?
It's been surreal. These kids have worked extremely hard, and I don't doubt them anymore in their abilities. At the beginning, I questioned whether we could go deep, and about mid-season, I started to see like there's something special with this group, and like they're hungry. So yeah, it's been a great year.
Senior Jackson Whitley. Jackson, how special has this season been for you all?
It's been really good. I mean, it's the first time in history that Cy Woods has done that. My first time being in a playoff round for Cy Woods. It's just awesome.
Extremely special for the whole school, actually. We haven't made playoffs in like 13 years, so to go this far, to even make playoffs was a huge achievement, but to go this far is just, we're overachieving at this point.
So you get a playoff victory and then 2 more, make the regional tournament. Tell me about this playoff run.
The leaders of the team have stood up for sure, and are being great examples to the younger kids, because we have a couple of freshmen on the team, and I really credit the elevation that you're talking about to the leadership of the senior class here at Cy Woods. They've been exceptional leaders on the field and off the pitch as well.
Welcome back to the show. Time again to feel the rhythm. I mean, really feel that rhythm, as in the Rhythm Energy electrifying plays of the week.
Episcopal versus Houston Christian. Bottom of the 11th inning. Episcopal's Eddie Tamez with a blast into the night. A no-doubter. Game-winning home run in a marathon. 11-inning victory for the Episcopal Knights. Softball. Heights pitcher Haley Hyman not only strikes out 11, but she also fires a no-hitter. In the same game for Heights, Sydney Palomo had not one, but 2 home runs in the big shutout win over Bel Air. Ridge Point against Stratford, regional finals for Ridge Point. Kylie Harris with the blast off the crossbar and the goal. Same game, more Ridge Point. Dale Tennyson, left-footed strike, bends it in there. That was nice. Then, later in the match, Tennyson centers it to Hannah Workin, the header, and the goal as Ridge Point advance to the UIL state tournament. Seven Lakes and Dobie, 6A Region 3 finals. Aiden Morrison on the corner kick to Daniel Edgerwenwa, the header, and the goal. Later in the match for Seven Lakes, here's Corte coach. Pass the defense, he fires, and that's a goal as Seven Lakes advances back to the 6A state soccer tournament. What a season. Your Rhythm Energy electrifying plays of the week.
And that's it for this week's show. Thanks for watching. I'm Todd Freed. Until next week, stay H-Town proud.